In this video, we're going to show you how to install the Upstream O2 sensor on your Hummer H3 located on the exhaust manifold. I'm going to go ahead and rotate the wheel. I want to go ahead and remove our center cap. You can do so using a flathead screwdriver or a trim tool. You can insert it right here and gently pry outward. With that center cap removed, you want to use a 19mm socket. Go ahead, loosen and remove these nuts. Once the lug nuts are removed, go ahead and grab that wheel, slide that off, and set it aside. With the front wheel off, we're going to go ahead and remove this 10mm bolt on our splash shield. Use your 10mm socket. Go ahead and remove that. We want to go ahead and remove our inner fender liner. This is just a series of plastic push pins. You're going to use your trim tool. We're going to pop out the center. And once the center comes out, then you can remove the base. Once you pull that out, we're going to repeat this process. They go up and around the upper lip, and there's a few placed in the center section to go ahead and remove. Now that we have all our buttons removed, we're going to remove the back side here. Just going to pull our splash guard here out a little bit. Drop down the back, work out the front, and then set that aside. Now with the hood open on the passenger side of the engine just below of our air box right here, we're going to come down, and here is the connector for the Upstream O2 sensor. We're going to grab this and wiggle this up and out. It's a plastic barbed anchor right there. Here it is right here. So what we want to do is pull out this blue tab. It's a locking tab. You can use your fingers or a pair of pliers and pull that out. Now you're going to lift up on this tab here and separate the unit. Now if the tab itself stayed in the engine, you want to go ahead and remove that because the new sensor has that on there. There it is. Now right here is our Upstream O2 sensor. It's at the top portion of our catalytic converter and at the lower portion of the exhaust manifold. We're going to use our O2 sensor tool. Go ahead and put that on there. Now we can't really fit a ratchet in there comfortably, so we're going to use a 25mm wrench on this tool. And let's go ahead and loosen this. We're going to get to a point where you can actually unthread the rest of the sensor by hand. Again, remove that. Now when you receive your O2 sensor, you want to go ahead and remove the plastic cap. Now on the threads is going to be anti-seize compound. There is a crush washer here. You want to make sure you don't get any anti-seize compound on the sensor itself. Let's go ahead and thread this in. Now when threading this in, as you're rotating it, you want to go ahead and rotate the harness with it, so spin the harness. You don't want to bind up the harness. That may break an internal wire, causing other issues. Now that we have the sensor in, I'm going to go ahead and use a 22 millimeter wrench. Now you're going to feel it snug down as you're crushing the crush washer in there. Continue to snug this down. Now at this point here, it is really tight, telling us that our crush washer is now fully seated. If you want to, you can always put a little mirror bent back here and make sure that your crush washer is seated, but you just won't be able to tighten that anymore. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this harness and I'm going to just feed it up top here. That way there, when we go back up top, we'll be able to reach that. Now that we have our sensor end here, if you want to, you can go ahead and connect it now. And take a little lock tab and put that through if you have it. If yours broke, that's totally fine. As long as you feel the end snap into place, you're good. Then you take the plastic post, and that goes right here on the side of the cylinder head, and push that down. Take your fender liner, going to bring it up and in, and get our forward portion installed first, up behind the bumper. And then go ahead and push this up into place. Once you get the front kind of lined up, you have to come into the back here. I'm going to pull out our splash shield here. Push that into place. And just install all of your plastic push pins to where they had come out. Once you have all your plastic push pins securing your fender liner, go ahead and install the 10 mil bolt right here. And then just go ahead and snug that down. All right, once that's snug, now we can go ahead and install your wheel. Grab that wheel, line up those lug nuts, pop that wheel on. I'm gonna go ahead and start all of our lug nuts by hand. And once we get them all started, I'm gonna go ahead and snug them down. When tightening these, it's always best to do it in a crisscross pattern. We're now going to torque down our lug nuts to 103 foot-pounds. When doing so, you want to do this in a crisscross pattern. Grab your center cap. You want to line up this leg with the open spot right here. Now at this point, you can go ahead and hop into the vehicle, use your scan tool to clear the O2 sensor code that you may have acquired. That's why you're replacing the sensor, and go for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.